Hi, I'm Bill Ventuono, Editor-in-Chief of Railway Age, and I'm here with John Aliberti, who is President of Trainyard Tech LLC, maker, developer, designer, innovator of the Classmaster system. John, since we last talked at the last interchange, which was way back in 2019, what have you been doing with this system? Describe some of the innovations, some of the improvements to it.
Okay, well, we've taken Classmaster and improved on it, obviously, for functionality. And then we've also taken it and extended it into the receiving yard and departure yard systems and controlling railway switch machines with radio-based communications. And then along with that, we've added features for being able to predict failures and to really help with maintenance and technicians to give them the information they need to try to service the system or service their hardware before there's problems.
So that's where the industry's really been headed, predictive maintenance. So let's go a little deeper into what you're doing specifically in that area.
Okay, well, right now one of the big things we're doing is with we have a controller that controls a switch machine that's communicated to, can be communicated to for various mediums, radio-based or fiber or DTMF radio. And in that box, which is a kind of a smart box, we're able to pick up information out of the switch machine box itself. If you look inside the switch machine box, which we have one over there, you'll see there's lots of components in there. That are a lot of electronic components, a lot of moving parts, and we're adapting sensors to monitor those parts and pieces and to be able to present information based on its performance back at, from a remote location. Okay, so this is an example of one of our analytics for the switch machine control. So I'm going to throw the switch with this railroad radio and then watch the graphs on the screen as it tracks the current and the voltage of the switch.
Requested normal.
So this provides us with data on how the switch through and how long it took and how much current it used and the voltages. And we can build a profile from a signature from that. And based on that signature, we can tell when the switch machine is starting to behave outside of the tolerances. So.
And this is something that the customers have been asking for, I imagine.
Yeah, I think that we've actually gone a little farther than what they've asked for because but that's what customers always asking for stuff that's gonna improve on their maintenance and the reliability of their equipment. And this is one thing that we're really doing, and we're expanding on it. So it's an ongoing process.
So over the past few years, you've done quite a few installations. What are you working on at present?
Well, right now, as you see behind you, this is Avon Yard, which is going to go in service. Well, we're going to start the testing of all the equipment there next week. All the equipment has been shipped there, and so that'll be our next installation of the Classmaster system, and that'll complete all of the CSX hump yards will now be running on the Classmaster system. That would be the last one of the 5 that will be on the Classmaster system.
So John, once Avon Yard is completed, then all 5 of CSX's hump classification yards will be running Classmaster.
That's correct. Yes, all 5.
And you have something else. NX, is it?
Well, we've expanded the Classmaster technology and software into the entrance-exit systems. Mm-hmm. They're called NX systems. They're right. For routing trains, and we started by routing the trains in the receiving and departure yards, and then we took that same technology to a system for like U.S. Sugar where the whole yard is all controlled by entrance exit, and there we also used our radio-based communication. So each switch is controlled has its own radio, and the system controls each switch individually through the radio control. And from that, we added the ability to do analytical type algorithms by picking up the information from the switch machine to monitor how well it's performing. And one of the things that we look at is we have a typical switch machine here, and if you look inside the switch machine box, you'll see there's a lot of different components, a lot of electronics and mechanical components. And so by putting monitors, sensors in there, and having our system monitor those sensors, we're able to develop algorithms to predict when the system's starting to fall below its performance thresholds, and we can send out alerts then to the railroad maintenance and technology.
So the switch controller how long has that been in development?
Well, we started developing it probably about 5 years ago, and we've improved on it as we've learned what the industry likes to see in it, and what we have now is probably has really improved, and we're learning more and more about what types of things we can look at, and our goal is to have a controller that will be able to tell the signal department, and send them say this switch machine needs maintenance or service, So that's basically our goal, along with being able to do all the other things that they do, throwing the switch and all the standard functionality.
Right, and it's all really designed toward reliability and throughput, dwell time, all the key performance indicators that railroads look at in terms of their overall network velocity. Because as you know, the yard can be the sticking point for the whole network.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. And that goes. We also do the same thing on the hump yard and the Class Master too. It's always an ongoing improvement that we're doing with the hump yard systems, as far as throughput, being able to hump faster, and making the cars go to the right track, so misroutes are minimized, and problems are detected early, things like that.
So, John, how long has Train Yard Tech been in business now? You and I have been doing these sorts of things for quite some time.
Yes. Well, actually, we're celebrating our 20th year this year.
20 years.
20 years we've been doing this, yes.
Well, congratulations on 20 years. It's been great working with you. And I don't know if you and I will see another 20 years, but maybe we will. You never know.
Well, I don't know about that. But yeah, thank you. We're really happy with it, and our team is very happy. We've got a good team of people, and they've all been with us for a lot of these years, and so yeah, we've been good.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. John Aliberti, President, Train Yard Tech LLC.